Sorry, go on.
What are you saying? What now?
Go on.
You were talking about Jesus' point?
Yeah. I'm saying people were interpreting what Jesus was saying through our view lens, not what he was actually saying at that time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and this minister, I say in quotes, which he obviously a woke minister, was essentially using this platform. He was homosexual, member of the LGBTQ community, and he was using this to make the point that your relationships are holy, that every relationship you're in is holy. It doesn't matter if it's polyamorous or whatever. Your relationships, homosexual, heterosexual, they're all holy because it's your truth, and you can actually get closer to God and what God really is through these various relationships. And I'm just like, come on. Like, because once you get into the age of incarnate truth, he's saying that Jesus was incarnate truth then, and he changed things. So then 2,000 years post-Jesus, we can be incarnate truth and change things as well.
Okay, we've been talking a lot about deconstructing Christianity, and I would like to talk about that more. But one of the reasons I find a lot of people end up deconstructing from their faith is because they have friends that are gay. And they think, they're such a wonderful person. Exactly. Why would God ever, make them this way in a way that was going to destine them to another, a bad eternity and all this kind of stuff? Yeah. That's true. Yeah. I've said before that the Christian response to the LGBTQ community and homosexuality and all that at times feels like the leprosy of your generation. Like, and I don't mean that in a negative way. What I mean is that nobody wants to touch it or talk about it. Like, oh no, that's nowadays you're not allowed to. Yeah. I don't mind talking about it. I'm not going to make it an online soundbite that people can just use against me. And I've told people before, I'm like, if you want to have a one-on-one conversation with me about what it, how I feel about this stuff over lunch or coffee or something, that's fine. I'll do it. I will say that there's something to be said about Jesus telling Nicodemus at night, you must be born again. Yeah. I have said this before. I was not born monogamous. I was born heterosexual, which means for the past 12 years of my life as a married man, I have made a choice to live in a way that I believe is counter to my nature, that I believe God pleases God more than my nature. My nature is if I see an attractive woman, follow those feelings, chase it down. And all of those women didn't disappear when I got married. My nature wasn't changed to where now I'm monogamous. My nature still is heterosexual. I like women, but I make the choice every single day to live in a way that I believe honors God more and God expects of me. Yeah. What was it? And earlier we had talked about people being in a club. Yeah. And like there's rules to a club. What was it you said Ben Shapiro said? He said that there are exclusionary rules in any club. And it's like marriage. Not to make Christianity a club. It's not, but there are rules, and if there aren't rules, what are you doing? It's a social grouping of people, right? And you have to navigate the rules of that social group. Marriage is a social group between two people. It's a social contract. One of the rules of that typically is fidelity. It just is. And Ben Shapiro was saying that he gets flack when it comes to, they were asking him if a homosexual male could be Jewish. And he goes, absolutely, he can. He goes, well, what are the requirements? He goes, well, as long as he agrees to marry a woman, not sleep with men, and honor the Sabbath, and have kids and not eat ham, he's good to go. And he was just like, what do you mean? I mean, he's gay. He's going to want to sleep with men. He's like, it doesn't matter what he wants. If he wants to be part of this club, it is exclusionary. Yeah. He's like, we have rules. One of the rules is you go to bed at sunset on Friday, or you stay at home all day long on Saturday. You don't do all this stuff. You don't eat ham. You don't sleep with the same sex. Yeah. It's like, and I think a lot of the woke Christianity is there is no rules to Christianity. As long as you say you love Jesus, you're a Christian, no matter what. You're saved by grace, no matter what. Yeah. And that's it. He knows your heart. I've heard that so many times. Well, God knows my heart. Newsflash for everybody. He knows your other members too. Yeah. What do you mean? If he knows your heart, he knows this finger, he knows that toe, he knows every part of this body. Yeah. The hairs on your head are numbered, it says. There's so many instances in the Bible that God didn't want what God didn't want just your heart. He wanted your obedience.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the thing through the entire Bible. That's the theme. Think about every time that he says that the sacrifices, they burned animal flesh on an altar and the sacrifices came up as a sweet savor unto the Lord. It wasn't that. I'm pretty certain God just isn't up there just like loving the smell of burning flesh. It's not that. It's the obedience. Yeah. He told them what to do down to the letter. They followed it to the letter, and that obedience made him feel so overwhelmed with, like, just at peace with his people. He had this peace. I've made them. They're obeying me. This is awesome.
And there's instances where people were like, but God, I love you. Let me do this for you. Like they wanted to build him an altar, wanted to build him a temple. He's saying, I didn't ask you to do that. I'm building my own temple.
And the children of, was it the children of Levi? The two children of Levi, they were the priests in the temple, and they didn't follow the incense recipe, and they dropped dead.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
They didn't follow the incense recipe. They burned what they called strange fire in the temple, and God was like, nope.
Now, see, that seems a little harsh to some people, but there are rules to this.
Exactly. It's like he wants obedience.
Yeah.
And it makes God seem like a tyrant. He's not a tyrant. He wants obedience because he knows the perfect way.
Yeah.
He